What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Subliminal here, and today we're on the showroom floor of IAE Day 3 with the alien ships. A lot of things going on with the channel right now. I'll put a timestamp in the, timestamp down below if you want to skip to where I start the tour. But otherwise, a couple things. I have a second channel now where I'll be putting up React discussion type content. I don't like to use the word React, because it's more of a discussion. I stop, talk to chat, actually discuss with people, and I think it brings value to the community. That sits up on the second channel. Now, the issue is that the algorithm is screwing the channel at this point for a couple reasons. Not really YouTube's fault, but I'm going to start putting this content on the second channel after this event. So if there's any type of React content like news, discussion, I'm gonna make those videos, put it on the main channel for now, but they will go up on the second channel. And once I start doing that, I'm not gonna cross-pollinate anymore. So subscribe to that channel. There's only 44 people subscribed, but anyway, but yeah, so subscribe to that channel to see this not this content, but the React content. This tour deal for right now is gonna just be in the channel shelf of live streams if you guys want to go back and watch it, because I don't want to put 2 videos up a day. The YouTube algorithm does not work well with that. So all right, so yeah, subscribe to that. If you want to find this again as a VOD, it will be on the my channel, the main channel. You have to actually go to the channel. It may show up in like your feed, but I wouldn't count on it. And then the React content to anything like those episodes that they've been doing have been really, really good topics, and I want to discuss it with everybody. Really good stuff. Those will go up on the main channel. All right. So let's go ahead and start the tour here. So chat has said that today is kind of meh. We got the Banu Defender. I love the Banu Defender. One of my favorite medium fighters. They call it a light fighter. I don't care. It's got room for some activities. It's got the same amount of firepower as a Raven. It looks kind of cool. I would rather be in something smaller, something interceptor tuned, but yeah, I love it. The stock weapons that come with it are, they suck. They still haven't gotten charged weapons, hit scan weapons, or charged weapons for that matter, like in a good place in my opinion. So it's a hard pass on it for me right now. So you're gonna want to change the weapons. It would be nice if they worked as intended, if they worked well. But yeah, teach their own. But yeah, I love the Banu Defender. It's like one of my favorite medium fighters. Then we have the Glaive. The Glaive is pretty cool. I think this is so ugly compared to the ones that we see in the Squadron 42 demo, man. I can't wait until we get those. This just looks hideous now. Cool ships. It's got 2 big cannons. I turn the weak ones off. They're actually literally called weak. I turn those off. Give me a little bit more capacitive charge to the cannons, and that way I just have 1 pip for the most important weapons. But the projectile is pretty slow, so yeah, I don't recommend using those. But it's a cool ship. It's not something I really recommend anybody to go out and buy, but if you're collecting, it's a cool ship to collect. Alien Week is already passed, I guess. So we have the Prowler. I don't know, man. It's a drop ship. We don't really have too much gameplay for that. Stealth is a thing now, so I'm sure, I haven't tried it myself, but I'm sure you can get this thing to be pretty stealthy. So maybe it could have a practical application, like getting troops to like jump town or something. But it's just one of those, you got to make your own content things for it. You're not going to be able to really do much outside of that. But yeah, I mean, cool ship. Alien drop ship. It looks like a big bird. I mean, it's so dope. When it first came out, it was actually OP. It was way too fast and nimble. Oh, the Santok Yai. I haven't really seen this much since my first look of it. Santok Yai is a medium fighter. The last time I flew in this was during my first look, and you couldn't really like destroy the engines on this thing. Like, it looks like it's one of those ships where you could shoot at it, knock some stuff off, and it'd be immobilized. It actually flies surprisingly well, missing stuff. Take a look at my first look of that somewhere on the channel. But yeah, I mean, it's cool ship. But like with all the Aopoa ships, it's just like a catcher's mitt for the bullets. But you do keep the weapons and the engines, if I recall correctly. Like, what? I don't know how long that's going to be the case. It probably won't be for long, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because like, if you could just pretty easily lose these engines, and it's not going to really make the game fun. So they probably have the component HP up pretty high. So I wonder how it's, what it's going to be like when we get physicalized armor. I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to balance it. Talon. Talon's a pretty cool light fighter. Has 4 size 4s for the pilot. I mean, for the pilot, obviously. 4 size 4s. Very pretty looking ship. Very pretty looking ship. And yeah, it's a nimble light fighter. It on paper it has a lot of hull HP, but it's really just the amount of pieces on it that could be destroyed. So it's kind of deceitful. You always want to compare the nose and body, the two things as of right now, that if the HP goes to 0, the ship blows up. That's really all that's important, or anything that could be knocked off to make the ship immobile. But all of the ships that we have here on display, I like today. I like them, but I don't think any of them are really all that good. They're all just cool. Everything is cool. So when I sound excited about these, they're cool. I like the fact that it's quick, nimble, and has 2 size 4s, but you're still gonna just do better in a Titan, Arrow, Buck. They nerfed the Buck, right? How bad did they nerf it? I forget exactly what they did. This is the Shrike. I'm not a damn dirty missile throwing ape, so you guys know my thoughts on that. If you like throwing missiles, you get smaller weapons here, but you get like 36 missiles or something like that. I can't remember the exact number, but it's some crazy number. I'd rather do a Firebird, right? But anyway, the Cartuet, fast, nimble ship. Catcher's mitt for bullets again. Pretty sure you can lose the engines on this and be shit out of luck. The blade is probably the blade and the glaive are probably and the Banu defender. Yeah, okay. I do actually like these 3 ships for specific reasons. So, for instance, the Banu defender all around is pretty good for combat. And I'm really mainly talking about PvE because I don't PvP right now. The glaive is really good for like when a new patch drops, there's a new wipe, and you've got to climb the ladder for rep for the bounty hunters guild or whatever, and you have those like light fighters, small ships in the beginning. It's just really cool to like 1 or 2 tap them if you can get those cannons to hit, and it's not that hard. You get used to it, and like I said, I turn off the smaller weapons so that I don't have to. Actually, do you even need to do that anymore? No, you don't. You don't even need to do that anymore. You just change the weapon grouping to the big weapons. Keep the weapon grouping on the bigger weapons, and it's fun to just like 2-pop the things, right? The blade is fast. No, it's like an arrow, basically, arrow or gladius. It's actually pretty decent. I like it. You know what? But the main thing I don't like about it, I'll show you. Actually, I don't even know if I'll be able to turn it on.
Then why not take it for a test run? Many of the vehicles on display at this year's IAE are conveniently available to rent. I tell you, there's nothing like being at the IAE.
Yeah, I can't turn it on. But the red HUD is pretty obnoxious. They haven't fixed that yet. The blade is, oh yeah, for sure the blade is the best looking, because the difference between the way it looks and the new one looks isn't even that different. But yeah, for sure out of all those, because the scythe is the one that's missing from here, and it basically looks identical to this, except one of the weapons is like smaller. Or I'm sorry.
This is a friendly reminder. Stay aware
Yeah, the scythe is odd. Do they not have the scythe here? I guess is the only way to get it is to be a subscriber. Is that the only way to get it? If you're a $20 subscriber, the Centurion or whatever it's called, you get the other variant of this that has like a snubby arm, but it still has the size 5. It's so odd. And I think the damage on it is bugged on Urkel because I think it's bugged in game. It's so hard to explain. I think it fires like 2 projectiles. Let me pull it up on Urkel and try to explain it. But I've proven in game that the weapon that it has that shows that does no damage actually does do damage. I've proven it because I've turned off all the other weapons and I've blown up ships. This can be the Vandal Scythe. That's right. Yeah, so it has the 2 weak weapons. You're gonna want to turn those off, and then it has the War and the Wrath. So this War weapon actually does do damage. So this DPS is wrong. It's wrong. And if I had to guess, the damage is actually on par with the bigger weapon. It's fucking weird. It's a size 5 weapon. One's a plasma, one's a laser. I don't think that means anything right now. It probably will in the future. We will have more archetypes of projectiles, but as of right now, I think they're just both energy weapons, like practically. And yeah, it does a lot more damage than this. It's like on par, and it's smaller, so it's actually pretty good too. Worth it to maybe try it out. Subscribe for $20 once and see if you like it, and you'll just, as long as you're subscribed with that, you'll have it. So it's pretty cool, and it looks just like that, except like, you know, the big weapon is up here, and then like this arm, it doesn't have a blade on this side. It's really odd. The Vandal just basically like throw their ships together. I guess we'll go down here first. Oh, the elephant in the room. You know, I don't like the Sulan. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people do, but I really don't. It's cool. It really is cool. But I just did not enjoy combat in it. And it's not like it's great for anything else, you know. I think you can hold like 6 SCU of cargo. I think this holds like 2 SCU per each of these things. It's really cool. Like if that part is fun to you, then yeah, it's gonna be a cool ship. But I did not enjoy combat with it at all. It's like night and day difference between ships that are actually looks like they're designed for combat and not designed just to be cool. You know, I know a lot of people in chat, you know, are fans of the ship. I get it. To each their own. I personally don't. But so definitely try it out in game before you buy it, in my opinion. If you care about combat. If you don't care about combat, then it really doesn't. None of this really matters, honestly. Because in that case, yeah, it's pretty cool. You got the Nox. It's a ground vehicle. My opinions on that are don't buy them with actual money. Buy land vehicles if they're an LTI token and then upgrade later.
Remember, they're here for everyone's enjoyment.
Yeah, the Sulan is a starter ship, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're not obligated to get a combat ship anyway. You know, like I'm fine with ships not being okay for combat. I say that like all the time. But even without the combat, I mean, you could get a Titan. You can get the new Crusader Intrepid. Has 8 SCU of cargo. Like all these amenities in the inside. Still, the inside still looks pretty cool in the Crusader, in my opinion. But this is the Gatac Raylan. It's an unreleased cargo ship. It's pretty cool because how the hell is this going to work with the cargo refactor? has these like unique pods that hold SCU in this like these triangular configurations on the outside of the ship. It's like a hull, but made by an alien race. So it's exposed, but loading it is going to be pretty quick and easy. Yeah, how are they going to do this? I think they really need to like go back and just like refund people their money for some ships. Because this is not... What they're going to have to do is come up with some proprietary way to say, I want to load up my Sulin pods. What do you do? You go to the terminal when you go to buy something and you specify, like, I don't even know. I guess if you pick this as the ship that... What if you want to do a cargo mission, not commodity trading? Fuck, I'm into being this thing. I'm sorry. What if you wanted to do commodity trading and you have a regular SC box? What are you going to do with it? On screen, but it's not going to be easy in this. Triangles are pods that open up where you put normal SCU in. How stupid is that? That doesn't make sense. I mean, let's illustrate this for a second. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Now that we have cargo refactoring, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You have a triangle shape and you're going to load it up with square boxes? How is that an efficient use of space? You're going to have... Somebody could probably do the math on it. You're probably losing like 20% of space.
The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
Regardless, I'm sure they'll figure out how to get it to work, right? I wish they'd maybe think more about this shit before, because they knew cargo refactor was coming. Maybe I'm missing something. I got to be missing something. This does not seem like... This seems like too much of an oversight for a ship that went into concept sale not that long ago. It's probably been a few years now. I feel like they should have been well aware that the cargo refactor is coming. I knew. Anyway, when they first showed it to us, I was like, okay, that's cool. Because a triangle does make sense for saving space. Like if you're putting the commodity in it. What they're going to have to do is when you go to the terminal to buy something for this ship, it's going to have to put it in a box for the ship. So I'm guessing that the ship will come up through the elevator and it'll actually be a triangular box with the stuff in it. And then you put it in. That's a lot of extra development work for no reason. I would say give everyone who bought the ship their money back or adapt it to fit a regular SCU box. Aliens are used to storing their products in liquid form. That's funny. I wish I could show you guys chat, but I don't have. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take a second to make it come up. We'll go here. We'll go here. Copy, and then paste it. There we go. There we go. All right. I'll get this shit down packed on how I want to do these shows, but for right now, we're just fucking throwing it out there, just discussing some, anyway. Yeah. So regardless on that, let's say that they figure out a nice way to do the cargo. They retrofit it to be able to fit a regular SCU box. Maybe that might actually be the better way to go. Is just allowed to use regular SCU box. That'd probably be the best for development time. It still has an amount of SCU that, in my opinion, is like a middle ground, no man's land that most people are not going to want to buy. In my opinion, I feel like most people are going to gravitate towards either the smaller cargo ship or the larger one. And anything in between is going to be something that these people don't give a shit about. And these people are going to aspire to upgrade to by actually playing the game. That's how I focus on buying ships for the most part. I do own a C2. I'll probably always own one, but I think it's the only profession where I want to have something in the larger size range from the get-go. But I have a Vulture, I have a Prospector, and I'll eventually get an Orion and a whatever, a Reclaimer or something. But I'll rather do those professions in game, work, make enough money to buy it in game. I think that that's a better way to experience the game, because a major part of progression is getting the next ship. And if that is just given to you because you bought it, in my opinion, that's not really fun. Anyway, but to each their own. Because it's in that middle no man's land, I just don't see it being used that often. But it's Gatac, so it's cool, you know. Here we are with the Banu Defender.
Adam, thank you for the followers, Azulchi.
I'm not rolling my eyes because of the thing. Thank you for the follow, but I gotta mute the alerts. If you don't know, development's halted on this ship because a pretty significant portion of the team that builds ships left a couple years ago while they were doing this. And I feel like people do it on purpose. Am I muting it for everyone or just the audience? Oh, maybe.
Journey to the past. Mysterious, fabled, historical recreations, bringing the ships of legend into your very own hangar.
Yeah, so it's on hold. People left. Now they're focusing on other ships, so it's just kind of on the back burner because of that. Did I say Banu Defender? Oh, my bad. I misspeak all the time. Sorry. So Banu Merchantman. But the idea of the ship is supposed to be a large cargo ship, but that also is sort of like a bazaar, kind of like that Kraken privateer, I think is what it's called. Basically, it'll be like a mobile place where you can go and buy wares or whatever. Very, very popular ship in the community. So it's kind of sad that it's backburnered. For now, but anyway, yeah, I mean, we'll eventually get it. I hope they start working on it within the next year. We'll have to see. All right, that's it for the holo room. Let's see if we have anything extra upstairs. Hope it looks better when it's done. But I can get an initial disgust vibes visually. Have you seen the actual walkthrough they did of the interior? The actual walkthrough that they did is like, it looks pretty cool. They have, it's like, when the team that left it, they left it in like a gray box state. Like some of the shit has like pretty high detail. It's like somewhere in between white box and gray box when they last showed it. Let me just look at the map over here and see if any of these other halls are actually open. Sorry, cat's distracting. Okay, nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is kind of a pretty uneventful day. That's why I don't want to focus on this content. I feel like even though some people don't necessarily like the react content or whatever, the discussion content, or at least just don't. Yeah, but like this, I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So again, the plan for this IAE, and this will change next year or other events. My second YouTube channel, I want people to subscribe to it if you like this react style content. The channel, the video that just went live up on my channel about an hour ago. If you like that type of content where I'll watch some cool thing, whether it be news from CIG. Maybe it could be, I don't know if I want to do reacts to like these other content creators, like doing hit pieces on I don't want it to be like a bitch fest, you know what I mean? So I'll kind of try to find a balance between that. But just if something happens that's cool and I want to discuss it with the community, you know, you can watch me react to that news and then you know, discuss it with chat, discuss it with you in the comments, all of that. So yeah, so subscribe for that. For the rest of this event, that stuff is going to actually go up on the main channel just so people can watch it, because the YouTube algorithm it's not working out in the favor of that channel. But I'll work on that after this event. For right now, I think that the topics that they've discussed in these IAE shows are really cool and important, and I want to Captain Chalk, welcome to this, or thanks for the resub, dude, appreciate it. I have alerts muted, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, that's there. This content that you're watching now will show up down here in a shelf. One of these will become a shelf for that. I'll remove, what in the hell? I'll remove something else and add a shelf here where you'll see a list of the most recent live streams. I'll probably put it up at the top for the remainder of this event. So if you wind up missing this live stream tomorrow and the next day, then you'll be able to go back and watch the VOD from here, but you won't really be notified about it because it's going to be unlisted. So the only way to find it will be to actually go to the channel. And yeah. All right, so then I think that's really it. I'm gonna end the live stream now. If you guys want to continue watching me live, I'm gonna be over on Twitch. But the YouTube algorithm doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna be at a point where I could just go live on here every day and have it make sense for the channel. It harms the channel, and I don't want to spend days working on a video and I go to put it out, and because I went live, it kind of affects the views and stuff. So maybe I might start going live on that other channel. Keep an eye out for that. So, you know, yeah, that might be a better idea. Probably won't get a lot of views initially, but once the algorithm kind of finds the channel, then, you know, it'll be different. But yeah, pop over to Twitch if you guys want to continue watching me there. If not, I'll be back live tomorrow at this time. So yeah, peace out, YouTube.